just going to remind you that vampires are not real, and even Vlad the Impaler, who inspired Dracula, was not real. However, Vlad was, Dracula wasn't, and the myth of him being able to turn into a bat at dusk is because, this is a fun history fact, Vlad and his army were fighting a group of people, and he moved his army at dusk to be on the west side, and so when they came down the hill, like, the sun would be in their opponent's eyes, and at the same time they unleashed bats, which flew away from the sun and caused a lot of, like, infection and everything, and so people were like, oh, at dusk Vlad and his army turn into bats.
Did not know that.
Twilight vampires are real.
Right, just like Fenelek. And so, yeah, sure, summon him and see what.
That means he's sparkly, right?
Unfortunately, Fenelek is described to me as like rotting flesh that's like sagging and falling off in places.
Wow, it's so disappointing.
Shouldn't want, but yet Nellie's still weirdly into it. So,
On that note, I thought we could use your loving undead husband as deterrent for all the people who have been following us.
I mean, if Nellie gets mad enough, she'll just push her luck and see how far it goes, and she'll worry about the consequences later. The problem with that is probably because, as I sit here waving a fork, is probably because I've already accepted Nellie's fate is to not end well, and so I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit, and she's here to have a good time. She's not here to, die at 80 years old surrounded by 10 cats. She's here to have a good time.
Yeah.
Die horribly and be forever remembered as a very strange oddity.
That's right. We'll make sure your stuff gets published.
Yes.
So, dear chat, I'm slightly traumatized. I'm supposed to be running this game. So, yeah, okay, cool. Cool.
This is what happens when you play Cthulhu for too long. You just get really into it and weird stuff happens.
Right? I think, honestly, yeah, I'd agree with that, because here I am just over here saying, if she becomes like a traveling sideshow, with her formaldehyde encased body in a jar, she's into it.
It'll be good.
What do you think I'm traumatized, Phantom? So, I am Becca. I am the keeper of this game, which means in theory I run it. Maybe. And the game we are playing tonight is Call of Cthulhu, and we are specifically playing the campaign Horror on the Orient Express. Yes. The group was just discussing using a vampire to attack all of the enemies, and Nellie being turned into one, because why not? And yeah, everything that I thought I was going to be able to be creepy about just kind of fizzled. Cool. So to continue on, you are on the Iconic Production channel. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed tonight. At least the last 4 minutes have been entertaining. And this is my crew, or my, what do we say? An aggrieved murder of investigators? Aggravated. Yeah, I do hurt. These are cats, and I am trying to herd. We have been on the Orient Express, traveling from London towards Constantinople, before it was Istanbul. And we are currently in Venice. JD runs this. Phantom of Truth is our moderator. And lots of love and shout out to all of them. And yeah, so our investigators here, we have Dr. Nellie Newton, who apparently is okay with being turned into a vampire and stuffed in formaldehyde. We have Charlie Johnson, our plucky race car driver. I don't know if she has any thoughts on formaldehyde. And Mason Watts, who is running around Venice with his wife, Sarah.
It's gonna go great.
I haven't forgotten her. So yes, the group is investigating something called the Sadaskar simulacrum, a statue with unknown powers and properties, except the fact that it is evil. And so they are heading out in order to stop something from collecting the statue by collecting it themselves. We have made it to Paris, where they found the left arm. They made it to Lausanne, where they found the head scroll. They were in Milan, where they found the torso piece. And they are now in Venice, hearing that there might be something in the Basilica. San Marco's Basilica. So the group investigated. They think they know exactly where it is. And decided to leave Ricky in hiding so he could open up a side gate while they came back after evening mass. The group went back to their hotel, rested a little bit, and then rejoined here at the Basilica. Mason, Sarah really wants to join you. Are you letting her come with you at night to the Basilica?
Keep in mind, somebody's.
Oh, goodness. I'm probably...
Are you leaving her to guard, the left arm and torso?
Wow, that's...
No, I think that's worse. Very strongly motivated.
Well, hold on. Would we have left Gertrude with her? Because if we
with you. I planned for Gertrude.
Okay. I probably would tell her not to, because we were doing illegal things and I don't want her to get caught up in that. So I probably would have told her to stay home. Which I know is a terrible idea, but, gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm going to give her my pistol.
He copies Ricky, holding it sideways, like a literal gangster.
Nice.
And promises to watch out and keep an eye on the rooms. You all head back to the Basilica, and that is when you all notice that you are being followed. You had the suspicion earlier that you were being followed, and once again, it's happening. So Gertrude sees that not only are you being followed, but the black shirts there seem to be trying to make enough noise to get guards and policemen who are patrolling in the area to notice you.
Is there a curfew? I feel like there wasn't, but...
Not exactly, no.
Also, what is a black shirt? I've heard you say that before last time, but I didn't ask because I was afraid that I was stupid.
No, you not call, my dear. A black shirt is a group of
Oh, are they the fascists?
fascists. Thank you.
Okay.
I keep reading about Faci in the chat, so I was going to say
Ouchie,
but no, that's not the right one. Fascist. Yeah. They're more of the thug fascists. the ones who are known to be out and to physically assault people. So, there's that.
So it feels more like we should summon something that's undead to go take care of them. But
No,
there are other options.
She looks at you and she's like, "What? That is dumbest thing ever heard. I got this." She takes off one of her shoes, shoves it into a bush, and goes staggering out into the street and goes, "Oh, I'm looking for you." She's buying you time to get inside the basilica.
Cool.
Nice.
You guys get to the door. It is still locked.
Is our friend on the other side by chance?
You don't see him. Want to make a spot hidden roll?
Wait, when you say our friend, do you mean Ricky?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ricky stayed inside to potentially help us get in.
Yeah, he stayed in the church. I remember that.
Do not succeed.
Well, I can try, but I can tell you what, my spot hidden is like a 12, so...
Oh, if it's only a 12, I'll push my roll.
No, it's a 31. I was kidding. I was being hyperbolic. I think that's the right word. I'll try. What is it when you roll double 0 and a 3? Is that a 300 or is that a 3?
3.
Wow.
Well,
Good
I
job.
think I got an extreme success, right?
You did.
Sounds right.
Check mark.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
We need to do that every time we successfully make a roll.
Please do.
Sold. Every time.
Please do. Oh my god. So, you guys are looking. Those of you with the spot hidden, you don't see Ricky, and it's not because he's hiding from you. Like, you're looking in the corner where he was. You guys had kind of figured out where he was going to be hiding. You don't see him. With your extreme success, Nelly, when you're peering back over into the corner, you see a barber knife laying on the ground.
No. I run to pick it up.
Well, you gotta get through the door first. Like, it's there's a gate.
Oh, right. Right.
Um,
Can I climb? Can I just climb?
You
I'm gonna say,
Okay.
well, can we just like pick the lock?
Yeah, can I like use my screwdriver or something?
We can attempt that
locksmith
first.
roll.
Yeah, we can attempt that first.
That's a
before-
locksmith thing? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it, but I'm gonna roll it just cause.
Nah.
I did not get it.
No,
Oh,
you're making
no.
it.
I didn't.
Well, can I use
Is there a locksmith?
mechanic?
Yeah.
Or, mechanic repair.
How would you use mechanic repair to pick the lock?
I would. I know my way around hardware.
Okay. Okay. So have you? So with your mechanical, it is definitely like machines. Mechanical machines typically. How is a lock like a mechanical machine?
Well, I mean, car doors lock, don't they?
Sure.
Sure. So I may or may not have,
So
broken a couple cars in my day.
so I guess my question is, are you able to use the mechanical repair on the lock or on the door?
Yeah.
Sure, we can do the door. So, like, yeah, taking off the hinges with my crowbar that I have.
I
cool.
do want to make sure that it's fixable once we get to the other side, though.
Sure. Fixable with a crowbar. Why?
I mean, I feel like we've got to have like a screwdriver or
I
something.
do have a screwdriver.
Yeah, use your screwdriver.
Is that gonna work?
Well, you can like unscrew the hinges.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay. Do I need a roll for that?
Go ahead and make me a mechanical repair roll, just to see how quickly and quietly you're able to do it.
Not very.
Okay. You guys are able to get in. However, just as soon as you guys get like back in the gate, you kind of pull it closed again. You hide around the corners, and one of the policemen that Gertrude was attempting to distract walks past.
Does he see us?
He's looking for a shoe. He finds it, calls out to his companion. You don't understand it because none of you guys speak Italian. And he walks back.
Hmm. Maybe I should have brought my wife with me.
Nellie runs
Okay.
over and picks up the barber knife.
Is the barber knife like pointed in a specific direction? Does it look like it was just dropped?
It kind of looks like it was just dropped.
Okay.
Is there any blood on it when I inspect it?
It doesn't look like it. All right. So perhaps Ricky was found and taken. There.
Yeah. I'm gonna say at this point we should probably expect someone is looking for us. But we should continue on as we were, I would say. And probably hurry. Can I check to see if the lock actually, or if the hinges look like they were actually, look like they were tampered with, I guess?
It looks like they were tampered with, yeah.
Good. Cool. Yeah, we should make quick work of this.
You guys go back to the small side chapel. You see the stone in the ground.
Does it look like when we go in, does it look like anyone's around? Does it seem like anyone has an idea that we're inside other than the people that were following us?
With your successful spot hiddens, no. Currently, you guys have picked a time when the priests are like getting ready to turn in, and evening mass just happened. They have some amount of time before midnight, and they're probably going to get some rest.
Then let's start digging, I guess. Is there like a specific type of like mortar or something in between these paver stones, or
Nothing specific.
like could we just fill it with sand or something and it would look the same?
Yeah. I mean, people aren't really looking down.
Fair enough. They're looking at the gems and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, I thought we came back at night.
He's just
You
saying
can
in
pick-
general so we can be sneaky about it.
Oh, okay.
I want to be very inconspicuous. And also, sorry, so many questions. Have all of the simulacrum sedeficar body pieces looked similar? Like same
yeah.
sort of like
Material.
etchings and stuff? Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
cool. And so there wouldn't be anything in this chapel that necessarily looks like that?
No.
I'm just thinking like if someone catches us, we could be like, no, this is our leg. Cool. Yeah, let's start digging, guys.
Cool.
All right. You gotta lift up the stone.
Nellie, do you want to be our lookout while
I got my crowbar.
Charlie and I dig?
Yes, I would very much love to be the lookout. I really don't want to Well, I don't have a trowel with me, unfortunately. And also, you don't want me involved in that. I will, unfortunately, map it all out with the Pythagorean theorem and only go 6 inches deep each time. And does anybody have a toothbrush? Actually, you know what? You really should have. Hold on. I must have one somewhere.
I'm going to ignore her
Pull
and
out
start
one screwdriver and start digging it.
I'm going to tell her to be very careful about the edges because we want it to look the same when we leave.
Okay. Charlie is digging out the mortar with her screwdriver. Nellie is searching for a toothbrush so that you can carefully clean away and clear out the area. Mason, you gonna lift?
Heavy lifting and...
So if you do it just on your own, you need a strength roll. If you use a crowbar, a bonus die is available.
I would use a crowbar, especially if I had it and I was trying to be quick.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Right? When Rachel was like, I gotta pick up a crowbar, I was like, ah, there she goes.
I don't need to re-roll. I got an extreme success.
You sure?
I mean, I can re-roll, but yeah, no. It was definitely better with the extreme success.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, you guys watched Mason fight not like 3 days ago. You know that when he hits hard. You know this man has muscles, even if he usually looks pretty dapper and you don't see them all the time. You have seen
And a
them.
giant stash.
You have seen them. And yeah, he quickly maneuvers it up and out of the way.
While I'm at it, I will probably... how thick is this stone?
It's a good 6 inches.
Okay, I'd probably chip off like a bottom chunk of it just so that I can have a piece of it in the future.
This stone, is incredibly dense and it is incredibly difficult to get any piece of it. As you start like wailing on it with the crowbar to smash it, a lot of noise rings out through the basilica.
I probably wouldn't hit it that hard.
Okay, but if you don't hit it that hard, you don't get a piece.
Okay, I'm gonna save that for last for sure.
Lee, can you make a luck roll for me? My
Oh,
dear
great.
lookout.
Oh, great. I know that's what you were like. It makes a lot of noise. And then I just looked up and I'm just like, that comes for me. Okay. Luck roll.
Do you have a lot of luck?
I have 84 luck.
Holy cow.
I got a 45.
Okay, excellent.
I guess we're gonna start digging underneath that and try and find a leg.
As you move the stone, there is a hole underneath.
Yeah, what kind of a hole? Like a hole that you can go into,
Yeah,
or like
a manhole?
Like a cavity. And as you look down, there is a perfect outline of a leg in dust.
Okay, so-
Otherwise,
Outline, not actual leg.
outline and not actual leg.
So the leg is gone, but there's a hole.
There's a hole where the leg was. And as you guys kind of stare down in probable disbelief, you see a small yellowing envelope.
Okay, I'm gonna jump down and grab it.
Jump down. It's just a hole. Like this big.
I was thinking manhole still, sorry.
No, that's fine. You get it. You pull it out. You have, so there's this envelope, and as you turn it over, there is a wax seal holding the flap closed. The seal is a winged cherub set against a shield, and the cherub cradles a doll.
Do I recognize it at all? Maybe from like a museum that we've been to, or
Wait, cherub and a what?
a cherub and a shield.
And the doll. You're not from Venice.
Cool. So it could potentially be like a family in Venice of some sort, like a royal something. Cool.
So I guess on that note, I will maybe just do another double take of the hole, make sure there's nothing down there, but then I'm going to slide that paver stone back. I will. I was just about to say, I will take a chunk off of the bottom of it, and I realize it's going to be pretty loud, but we're not taking anything at this point.
As you hack at the stone, you hear voices of the priests. They are
Do
coming this way.
Cool. Do I have a piece of it?
You will. If you want to sit and do it, you can probably get it, but the priest will probably see you.
Can I? Dang, guys, is it worth it? I will ask the common group.
Is it worth it to take a piece? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, if there's no informational value on it, then no.
Well, we think potentially it could protect. Well, I guess if the
If
leg,
the leg
isn't
isn't
here,
there, okay, yeah, it's not worth it. I'll slide the paver stone back without hacking at it. That makes more sense. Because if the letter wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Slide it back, make everything look nice. Crowbar hidden.
Okay.
Nellie finally finds the toothbrush and it's like, oh, aha, I found it.
Awkward. They're done.
Yep.
All right. But Nellie, you do hear the voices of the priests coming around.
I will.
You need to go or hide.
Let's do that. Wait, do we want to try and find Ricky? We want to say we seek.
Yes, I would prefer.
Seek safety. What's the thing with churches?
Asylum.
Asylum.
Or asylum.
Yeah. Or we can just leave.
Yeah, let's just leave.
Oh,
No.
well, I would like to find Ricky.
Is there anywhere else we could hide? Do we remember? Because I know we spent quite a bit of time in this area, and looked at literally everything to try and get people off our back.
You could definitely find places to hide. I would need stealth rolls from everyone.
That is not a good idea. I think we should just leave.
We should do it.
Nellie's staying.
I will also say, I also have a dice for you, since your dice are not nice to you. I told you to not roll your
I
dice.
rolled the wrong die.
I rolled bad too.
I said I rolled the wrong, I picked up the wrong dice.
Oh, okay.
Different sided dice.
You have more stealth than I do.
I still never roll it.
Well, that's annoying. I missed it by 8. Is it?
We all missed it, so we might as well just sweet talk our way out of this one.
Okay.
We can say we're looking for Ricky.
Deciding to stay, you kind of try to find a place to squeeze and hide into, but you realize that the best place to hide would be towards the priests that are coming, and you just don't have enough time. So you wait, and a group of priests walk around.
I'm going to be fake praying.
Okay.
Do they understand English?
Madio! Most of them do not. However, they do. This is a tourist place,
I was gonna say they should.
they are able to go and get someone who does speak English.
Literally gonna have like my head bowed the whole time they're there until they like acknowledge me.
Okay. They try talking to you guys. You guys speak back in English. There's some fluttering confusion, and then one of the younger people, brothers, priests, goes running back through the basilica, eventually returning with relatively young priest who bows his head reverentially and says, "Hello, my name is Brother Carlyle Vetrioni. I am able to speak English with you. How can we help you this late night?"
Okay. I'm gonna start like fake crying and talk really fast to him and possibly use a little bit of charm and tell him all about how Ricky's missing and we're here to try to find him because that's where we were here earlier today, and just like ramble on and start crying.
Okay, quick question. Will you actually do that, or are you just telling me that that's what you're doing?
No, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. I was about to give you a bonus dice, too.
I knew it.
Bonus dice for.
Knew it.
But yeah, give me a charm roll. If anybody wants to try to help her.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I would as a prayer, I would also be attempting to help her in the sense of I am praying for Ricky's soul that he will come back to us.
Nellie will she'll like kind of, she's pretending like she's wiping tears from her eyes. So she's like pinching her cheeks to make it look like she's been crying, and she'll just be like,
with all of the female hysterics. Yes, Brother Carlisle is kind of flustered, and you all get kind of ushered into a more private office type place. You're seated on cushions. You're given some tea, and Brother Carlisle has sent out people, and then eventually they all come back, and he has asked you, so you guys are looking for, you guys, so you all are looking for your friend who you have lost. When was the last time you saw him? And he's trying to clarify things, and with your hysterics, he's not getting much answers.
I would tell him since I'm not one of the criers at this party, I would tell him that the last place we saw him was here, and so we figured we would come back here to see if we could find him. He is a Catholic man, and this is a place that we could see him being.
For the record, Nellie's not hysteric. She's just as if she had just come down from a good cry.
Right. And you're definitely given tea because that will clearly soothe.
Yes. She will gladly accept that tea because she's a tea person.
She is British.
She is British, exactly.
Awesome. Okay. So he has sent out some different people to look, and he tells you, I will have people look for your friend. I hope he will be found and soon. I'm so sorry. We have not seen anyone since evening mass closed. But maybe one of the boys will have found your friend. I would like somebody to roll a luck roll.
I'll do it. But can Nellie ask him a question?
Yeah.
I was going to ask a question as well, but you first.
Okay. Oh, I got an 82, so skin of thy teeth. My luck's 84. But her question was going to be if they. I mean, is it okay if I ask now, or should I wait? Okay. So I just have one question. Those men out there with the black shirts. I guess that's not just one question. Are you familiar with them? And if so, did you see any at your evening mass?
Kind of sighs heavily. Yes, unfortunately, many who feel that the state of Italy is more important than the state of their own heart have decided to turn and look for salvation within their own power, which is not advisable. And no, they do not typically come in for mass. There were several hanging around earlier this afternoon, and here comes someone, and someone walks in. There's a quick discussion, and you see, actually, roll psychology or psychoanalysis.
All of us, or
Anyone who would like to.
Okay, regular success. Check mark. Psychology.
getting all them check marks today.
So Nelly, you see like frustration just go across Brother Carlisle's face, and he turns to you and he says, "Yes, unfortunately, it seems there were several of the black shirts here in the Basilica this evening, and it seems they have left, and they have perhaps taken a young man. I would tell you that you could probably find him in the prison. Unfortunately, tonight do not go in the evening. You really should wait until tomorrow morning. 9 o'clock is the best time, because then the evening shift will be gone and the day shift will be uninterested in cleaning up the evening shift's mess."
But are you a young man? I mean, that could describe a lot of people, but Ricky is a young man.
Well, yes, that's who you were looking. Your friend, and he just shifted to Charlie. Said you were looking for your friend and described him as a man with dark hair and a nice suit.
Yes, and you said, I hope that he can be found. And then I asked about that, and then you said that, yes, they were there, and they took someone. So you're telling me that you all know that Ricky got taken?
He points to the brother who had just come in.
Oh, my bad.
Yes, I was just told.
Right.
Yeah. So it's
I'm
not
British.
Oh.
And this tea is rather good, and I had a cry. I'm disoriented. Forgive my female sensibilities.
No, please. All is
sip. Okay. I say, well, thank you for letting us know that he's at the prison. We haven't done anything wrong, though they have been following us. I believe they may have even followed us here. But I guess it is late, so maybe that's a normal thing.
Were you able to find, besides your friend, were you able to find what you were looking for here in the church? Guidance, understanding, peace.
There's still a bit of concern, but after my prayer, I feel a little bit better, and I'll do the
The cross.
cross thing, yeah. And
Great.
thank you. We shall make our way out, I suppose.
Yes, please, go with God, go in peace, And if you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to come back and ask. We will pray for you and your friend.
It's weird to ask this question, but I'm gonna ask anyways.
No, don't do it. We don't want to be suspects when they come to us when they find out somebody broke in.
Okay, that's fine. All right, we'll go.
You head back out. Gertrude is nowhere to be seen.
I suppose we'd probably go back to the hotel to just double check that Gertrude made it back. And then if not, go search for her.
Okay. As you guys are walking back to the hotel, can you guys give me a listen roll?
How are you rolling?
Quick mark! No?
Ain't gonna be no check mark.
Nada. None of us hear a dang thing.
You are too involved in this new mystery that has just occurred that none of you hear the footsteps of somebody running. Fog has risen up from the canals. You're still able to navigate your way back to the hotel. You're fairly certain you know the right way. You even rent a gondola who's able to take you quickly through. But as you are on the boat, like I said, you don't hear the footsteps. What you do hear is a scream.
I'm gonna turn around and see if I see something. Like the worst thing to do in Cthulhu.
The boat, you see a woman running from one alley into another.
Does it look like Gertrude?
No. This woman is a little bit younger than Gertrude. Has like long, flowing blonde hair. Seems to be in a very nice dress, but part of it is ripped and shredded.
Let's go see.
You are fairly that even if you get the gondola to go back, and the hunter is not looking like he wants to go back over there. But even if you get back to that side of the canal, she's already gone.
Okay. I'll probably just take the advice of the gondola driver and be like, should we go over there?
No, sir. No, senor. No.
It's
He kind of starts going a
Oh,
little bit.
bastard.
Okay, can we ask him about it? Like, does this happen often, or?
Yeah.
No. It does not.
What is happening?
Nothing. It is not happening.
I will look at him with maybe more of a what is it called? An intimidating look. Just to see if he'll tell me anything.
You, with your intimidating look, even if it's just like the glare, this man is not meeting your eyes. He is refusing to go back over there, and he is trying to pretend and tell himself that everything is all right.
Cool.
Just to intimidate him into letting you off.
Yeah, I want to try psychology.
Okay.
I want to just... He's babbling to himself. Okay. Oh, I don't think I did good. Because when you get a 10 and a 0, that's 100, right?
No, 10 and a 0 is a 10.
If you have 3 zeros, that's a 100.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, you got a 10.
Okay. Check mark.
What?
I always want to try all of the rolls.
I need an emote for check mark.
Right?
Or a GIF or something.
Yeah.
I'll figure this out.
Thanks, Judy. Okay, so you were successful in your psychology of him.
Ooh, it could be like a Cthulhu arm shaped, or a Cthulhu
Yeah.
tentacle shaped like a tent.
Thank you, yeah.
Yes,
I dig it.
I can't speak. Sorry.
Excellent. No, that's good. That's good. All right. So he is terrified. This is probably unusual for him. However, there is something about the fog and the canals and that woman screaming, and now a group of like tourists on his boat that has him incredibly unnerved.
Is the fog like chasing us, or is it like coming out of the water?
It has merely risen. Like, yeah, like it has come up out of the water. I mean, this is what happens when you have, warm water, cool air.
Does it smell like of rotted flesh? Just out of curiosity.
The canals do not smell well, or they're not.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't smell good.
Okay, so it doesn't smell. It's not the distinct smell of Count Fenelic.
You really wouldn't be able to smell it over the stench of the canal.
Okay.
Good thought. Good thought.
So she's gonna. I'd like to ask the gondola driver person thing. So if you're telling yourself that everything is going to be all right, which it probably is going to be all right, because you're not alone, why is it that you do this profession at night?
Well, you guys had to get here.
Yes.
You took a gondola earlier.
Yes.
Perhaps you asked this gentleman to wait. You're paying him pretty good money for it, or at least Gertrude was.
Oh shoot! Yeah, Gertrude was the one who
So-
was laying down that money.
So he's here because we asked him to be.
Do you usually not come out at night?
No, night is not. There's no customers at night.
Is there anything else at night?
Got to roll for it.
In order to get him to confess things, I need either a persuade or a credit rating.
Oh, I'll do credit rating.
I'm gonna try persuading.
Drive him.
Wow, I got basically.
I don't actually know what
I just wait.
Oh, gross. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go credit rating. I just want to match. I have a little bit of money to spend. Apparently not, though.
You pat your pockets, Mason, and you realize you left your wallet with Sarah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does. However, Nellie pulls out a few bills.
A checkbook to go with her check mark. Sorry, I'm done.
It's got one side.
It does not have a check mark box next to it because you cannot increase your credit rating
Oh,
using it.
so I have
Credit
to.
rating and Cthulhu Mythos, they don't go up.
I have to erase my pretty check mark.
I mean, you can leave it.
check
You just will
mark.
be your credit rating later.
Oh, it's fine. I already have a pretty high credit rating. I just like saying check mark.
Yeah, that's you think. Okay. So you had asked him what else is out here. Correct. And
Yeah.
he looks supremely uncomfortable. However, with the few extra bills that he slides into his pocket, he tells you, the water is not actually right. There's something new.
New?
Something new in the water. There was oil today at about at 12 o'clock. There was oil in the water, and there shouldn't be. People are saying that statues are weeping blood, and there are new monsters in the streets and in the water. It is not pretty.
Have you seen it?
I have not seen anything yet. However, I have felt things bump against my boat that should not bump. So yes, I will be dropping you back off, and then I will be going home.
Alone?
Quickly.
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 Do you
Okay.
live nearby?
I'm so sorry. I do not wish to share where I live in case something could hear.
Okay, I was just merely making sure that you would not be alone, or whatever is listening, to find you when none of us are around.
I appreciate it. He bumps up next to your hotel and he says, Grazie. Have a good night.
Thank you. And I'll
Okay.
look to Nelly. I guess Nelly already paid him, so it's fine.
You guys hop off. Go inside. Sarah is in a bit of a tizzy. Did you know that Gertrude has been arrested for drunken debauchery?
What?
We can get her out in the morning. We just have to go to the police station. But she has to spend the night. A policeman stopped by earlier to talk to her traveling companions. I told them all you were out at one of the bars or cafes having drinks. So they're looking for you. They expect you to be as drunk as she was. So
We were at church.
I know you were.
Well, you lied to the police.
What happened to her?
She was stalling.
I feel like the more she doesn't know, the better. So we should not tell her anything.
She starts hitting you, Mason. You let a woman take the fall for you? How, Mason? What?
They needed me to lift the heavy stuff.
Oh, sure, you had to be the muscles.
I mean,
Stop it.
anyway.
Anyway, and yes, I know that she was stalling, just my character does not agree. She finds lying to authority figures to be not the best move sometimes. So, sometimes. You guys will note whenever you guys are lying to the police, if you ever go backwards and watch these, that Nellie doesn't usually speak in those moments.
It's fair. Yeah, when the police ask me stuff, I just tell them whatever.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's about debauchery.
Sure, E-R-Y.
You know what? I'm just not going to look in my paper and see what I wrote. It did its best.
Yeah. I will ask Charlie if I can see the letter again.
I haven't opened it yet.
Right. I know. And I'll tell Nelly to not take a sketch, but if it's like a wax thing, you can like do the paper over the top and do like the pencil thing.
Or
So that-
she could just take a picture because you have a camera, right?
Yeah, she has cameras. She has
I'll tell her
multiple
she can
cameras.
do whichever one she wants. Actually, I'd rather do the paper sketch thing. because I'm thinking we might show this to someone, and I don't want them to see that we had a letter.
She can do that. She's got there's a specific type of blue pencil that archaeologists use for that exact thing to find and detect writing on old papyrus and stuff, so they don't actually expose it to light, or, you know, apparently flashlights are still a bad thing for archaeology. There's a reason, I just don't remember why. I would know. It's my degree, but I can't remember right now.
And then right after she's done with that, I will open it.
I want to open it.
Charlie will open it.
Charlie opens it. Inside is a handwritten letter
Can we read it?
in Italian.
Yep, that's what I thought.
I can't remember. Does my wife speak Italian? Did we talk about that last time?
Yeah, but she doesn't. I don't.
I speak Latin. Couldn't I parse some spots out?
Give me a language Latin roll.
Okay. Come on, baby. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Oh. Check mark. I think it's a normal success. If you've got a 72 and you roll a 45, that's normal, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You are able to read God forgive me. You are able to understand sacrilege and sacred place.
Oh boy.
You are able to read, I mean, you see like the pronouns for he and his. You see repair. You see his grandson died. And then again, God forgive me, God trust.
Who signed it?
It is not signed.
Okay, so sacrilege, he, his, repair, sacred place, God forgive me, God trust. What am I missing? Oh, his grandson died.
Interesting. I'm curious.
Oh, my knee hurts.
Okay. I do think probably the next place for us to look for, well, one, we should probably get this translated. But maybe in like 2 or 3 segments where we like ask different people to translate different parts of it or something.
I can.
Okay, I was gonna say you guys do know Gregorio. Am I saying his name right? No.
Oh, yeah. Giorgio.
Giorgio and Maria are 2 Italians that you know, and I don't know how well you actually guys trust them, but relatively
Right.
trustworthy.
I forgot that we had them. So yeah, we can have one of them translate it. But that won't be until the morning. Do we want to try and get anything done tonight? We could always break back into the church and open up that catacomb, or open up the actual crypt itself and see if that leg got put in with that one guy, since, you know, his leg got torn off and it was the left leg, just like what we're looking for.
So you would like to go back to the Basilica, where that's the last place Ricky was seen. He and Gertrude are both probably in prison.
Yep.
And you want to do something majorly felonious to land right there beside them?
Well, when you put it like that.
When we're down 2 of them already?
All right, we can wait until morning. That's fine, and it makes sense.
Way to be the voice of reason, gosh.
Yeah, Becca, you were probably just like, ha 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 ha.
I like how when you also did that face, like your screen brightened for a minute, and so it was like
Right.
it was very devious.
All right. Yep. Wait until morning and go back out to get our friends.
You, can you guys all give me just a sanity roll? And again,
Oh,
with
sure I
that,
do.
there's no check mark. There is success, though.
Nope. I'm going crazy.
Yeah, you were the worst.
Sorry, what was the roll?
Sanity.
All right, how much do we lose?
I just,
I did not make my roll.
okay, none of you made it. You are not going to lose any sanity here, but you all experience very traumatic dreams. They're not the realistic of Dream Lasan or the Dream Express, but they kind of just get into your brain and feel maybe prophetic. Every single one of you dreams the exact same thing. You are riding your horse through this battlefield. Guns are going off, a cannonball explodes nearby. You see a man in front of you, and as you try to get him with your bayonet, he swings his sword and cuts into your left leg. You fall from your horse, and as you lie there screaming, blood leaving your leg, this fog rolls in, and you can't stop it from going into your nose and into your mouth. And you feel it fill your lungs, and it almost starts to suffocate you.
Oh, good.
Which point, you wake up completely drenched in sweat. And you notice that your hotel window, even though it is January, is open. Mason Sarah seems to be sleeping quietly beside you. Charlie and Nellie, as two of the women in the same room. You have woken up at the exact same time with the same wide-eyed, sweat-drenched look.
Nellie will, as she's kind of like getting her bearings back, she'll say, "Did you have a bad dream?" I don't know why that kind of went Irish, but you know.
I'm just gonna nod in kind of shock.
I'm gonna go. Oh God! I'm gonna go over to the window.
Okay.
And close it. But I do want to look outside as well. Probably after I close it.
After you close it, you kind of look outside. There's still some fog on the canal, but it is slowly burning off as you see dawn is breaking.
Don't see anything in the water? Okay.
We could go fishing, but
Gross. Okay.
We should go see Giorgio.
Before we go get our friends.
I mean, they said not until 9 o'clock, so.
That's fair. Do we know where Giorgio is?
He has given you an address to find him.
Okay, cool. Then I would say, since I'm already up, I'll be up and probably with my wife and maybe go knock on the girls' door, see if they're up.
and I assume that while he's getting up and all that jazz, that Charlie and Nellie have exchanged identical dreams. I just assume.
Agreed.
Cool.
You hear the knock. Mason's on the other side of the door, asking if you ladies are up.
Yes, but I think I need a bath.
Whoa, okay. I believe we're gonna go. I guess you would suggest that. So. How soon can you be ready? How about that?
What time is it right now?
Dawn in January in Italy. See if I can find it before Phantom does.
I'm betting like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling.
Oh yeah. Sunrise. Come on.
Find a farmer's almanac. Find out where the sun rose in 1973.
It is going. Ooh. It's about 7:30.
Oh,
Okay.
That's present.
That's actually later than I was expecting. Okay.
Well, yeah, because of winter.
She'll that's fair. She'll say, how about 30 minutes?
Okay.
Those who wish to take a shower do. Get rid of the sweat and any remaining nightmares, and are ready to leave about 8 o'clock.
A nice even number.
I will confide in my wife at that time and be like, hey, so I had this nightmare. And hopefully that will raise my happiness.
She will attempt to comfort you. Whatever soft-spoken words that help.
Yeah.
And yes, it probably does. Are you leaving her here, or is she joining you?
I would say at this point she'd probably join, because we're not necessarily doing anything illegal at this point.
Okay. Cool. All right. Are you guys heading to Giorgio's or to the prison in an attempt to rescue your friends?
How long will it take at to get to Giorgio's? And
you go down, you find a taxi gondola, and they tell you it'll be about like 10 minutes to get to that place.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, on one hand, if we know that if Ricky's there, but Gertrude is assuredly there, and we know she's not going anywhere, so we could make a small pit stop.
Yeah, let's make that stop and learn what we need to.
Jenny can have words with me later.
That's right, Jenny will just call Grandpa and get more money.
Right?
Pay people off.
I need to know who our lawyer is.
Right. So you guys head over to Giorgio's. You are deposited at a relatively nice, however cheap, apartment building, and you know which number is his. So you go up, knock on the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
A somewhat bleary-eyed Giorgio answers after a few minutes. See? Oh, my friends.
Have you been drinking?
Pardon, I did. Yes, I did. It was a late night. Come. Brings you in. And yes, it is not as clean as maybe some of you would be hoping for. Sarah kind of looks around and gently kind of just like sweeps some things into a bag and then sits down like on a couch. And Giorgio goes and puts on some clothes. Please, feel free to make breakfast. I will be out shortly.
I will put us a kettle on then.
Lovely. I can help.
Was that
That's Sarah.
wifey poo, who I almost just called Maria?
What? Who's Maria?
Right? Exactly what Mason needs right now.
Oh wait, no, that's not the name of the seamstress. Celias. Yes, that is
Oh,
Sarah.
goodness.
And she helps kind of clean up the counter and the table, find some bread, some cheeses, some figs, a few different things, some hard meats, while you put the kettle on and help warm up a few things. Clean some of the dishes, sets them out. And by the time Giorgio returns, between the two of you guys, you have made breakfast. Oh, joyful day, Charlie.
I'm sure Giorgio's pretty happy about it too, not having to cook breakfast for himself.
He is pleasantly surprised. Oh, I'm so sorry. I should not have made you do that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I reach out to him and say, while you eat breakfast, would you mind reading this to us or translating it for us?
Oh, sure. Please. Excuse me. Do you give him the letter?
Don't we give him the one that Nellie did with the blue pencil?
Probably.
With the blue pencil, were you doing the writing or the seal?
I was kind of hoping for both.
Okay.
But I mean, if we just did the seal, that's okay. We can always. Rather not give him the letter, but you know.
Okay. So you show him the seal?
Mm-hmm.
He takes the paper of the rubbing, looks at it, hands it back. He says, "Oh yes, that's the Gramanci family. They were once princes of Venice, but now they're doll makers.
They're what makers?
Oh no,
Doll makers.
doll,
Doll.
creepy dolls.
This is gonna be so good.
No,
How are you now?
no, no,
Oh yes.
no.
I hate dolls.
Right? Their freaking eyes, and then the way they blink, like the ones that have the blinky eyes, and it's just
Yep.
like, why? Who thought that these things are okay?
No one.
The uncanny valley hits me so hard.
I don't know that one, but I watched a horror movie a long time ago. Hard pass.
Giorgio, as you guys are saying this, Giorgio swallows the bit of food that's in his mouth and says, "Oh no, they're very famous dolls." And he dropped into a Russian accent hard right there. And they also make
Prosthetics?
thank you, the false limbs. For those of us who did go to war, I did not. But if you did, and you need help, they're the ones to see here in Venice.
Interesting. Okay.
If you would like, I can join you. I can be your interpreter. Perhaps if you wish to go visit them. Perhaps you wish to buy a doll for your own daughter. And he says this to Sarah. Sarah's like, my own daughter. Yes. That's an idea. For sure. Mm-hmm.
And on that note, I'll say, sure, we could use an interpreter. That sounds good, right? everyone?
Yes. I do have one question though. Will we be needing an interpreter at the one place that we also have to go?
Likely not. What if we meet you at? Where should we meet you? We have a little bit of business to take care of.
Do you wish to go to the doll makers today?
Yes.
Very good. Let's say after lunch.
We'll probably meet earlier, but that sounds fine.
He gives you the address for the Gramanci family's factory.
Okay. Perfect.
Can someone roll a no check?
I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna roll it. Oh, knowledge.
Or knowledge? Is there knowledge? Is it knowledge or is it no? Oh, that's not there. Where is no?
Would
no
it be
is
like an intelligence or education?
No is education.
I got a hard success.
Okay. You know that after lunch is probably about 2.
I feel like that's so late. Do we need that much time? Can I suggest like 11 o'clock?
Sure, and then we get lunch.
This guy is after Charlie's heart. Not really, obviously, because we know whose heart he's after, but
Backup plans.
backup plans.
You can turn on the charm, it'll be fine.
He's got France, he's got men in Venice.
What about 10? How does 10 sound?
And he kind of looks at the clock, and it's about 8:45 by now.
I realize it's not much time.
It's not. Well, I can come with you to wherever you're going, and then we don't have to pick a new time to meet somewhere.
Yeah, Mason. He could go where we are going, and then we don't have to pick a time where he has to meet us somewhere.
I'm very helpful. I can definitely help you.
I don't believe you will want to go with us.
Where are you going?
You know what? Our friends got into a spot of trouble. We have to collect them. What do the Americans call it? From the drunk tank?
The drunk tank.
Yes, it's another word for jail.
Oh, what crime did they commit this time?
This time,
This time.
it was
Well,
just
this is not the first time. You do not seem particularly concerned. Is this not the first time? This is the first time?
Well, I am concerned. I'm English, so we don't express that much emotion. And second of all, it's allegedly for drunken debauchery, which I assume just means running around amok with a drink in hand. I don't know.
Oh, drinking debauchery. That is it is more of a trespassing.
Oh, you have some familiarity with this, do you?
There's been a few times where Rossini has attempted to use that against me when I visited Maria.
Right. Okay, interesting. Well,
Um,
that's where we have to go first. So,
I will help you.
all right.
okay. On that note, we should probably start making our way. We were told to collect them at 9.
See, let us go. Oh, and thank you, Mademoiselle, Senora Watt. It is a pleasure to eat food made by your hands.
I'll whisk him away and take my wife by the arm and
Are you jealous?
say, "No, I just don't know if he needs to be flirting with you."
He's Italian. Everyone who's Italian just flirts naturally.
What, Mason? You think that you need to be worried about where your wife's loyalties lie?
No,
Nudge, nudge,
more
wink, wink.
so that he knows his place.
Ah, a pissing match. And she'll say it rather loudly.
Sarah laughs loud at that.
Give Nellie a snide remark. A begrudgingly annoyed
Those
sound.
British people.
All right.
Yeah.
You head to the police station. Giorgio pointing out different sites of Venice. And as you guys arrive, you do, like, Giorgio lets you know he's going to go and find out where your friends are. He'll be right back. Kind of leaves you in the foyer. And as you do so, you see a woman kind of being supported by two very gentle officers, taking her kind of from maybe an interrogation room and into a more like quiet private room. And you see blood at the hem of her dress.
Is it perhaps the lady we saw last night?
Her long golden hair
Ah,
definitely reminds you of the woman you saw last night. And you know so you can just go get Gertrude and Ricky, get them out, move on. Or you can spend some time with another persuade or perhaps a credit rating bribe to find out more about what
I would like to find more about that. I will try a credit rating.
Okay.
Could I do a charm instead?
I did succeed my credit rating.
If you would like to give me a charm with a bonus die for using some of Mason's money, you will probably be able to get some information.
Perfect. I still succeeded.
Excellent. You see a nice young officer. You find out he does speak English. Flirt a little with him, and then you ask about that lady while sliding a bill across the counter to him. He takes it, it disappears, and he lets you know the woman is Anselma Morietti.
say that again, please.
Anselma Moretti.
All right, okay.
In the body of her fiance, Mario Rossi, was discovered impaled on a 10-foot iron spike.
Oh, jeez.
His throat was torn out as if by a wild beast.
Very Vlad.
And in an effort to somewhat impress you, Charlie, he lets you know that the victim was hurled up and impaled on some iron railings that were solid 10 feet up off the ground. So the killer was absolutely crazed and had nearly superhuman strength. Horribly mutilated, the cadaver had been drained of blood. And he lets you know that they're not telling the public that part. that's something only you know because you heard it here.
I flick my hair back and flirtatiously look at him and go, "Is there anything else the public doesn't know?"
He kind of looks with a bribe and your charm. He says, "The fiance, Miss or Signora Moretti, is violently insane right now."
That's the wife.
The fiance.
The fiance.
Fiance.
And he lets you know that the girl has attempted to chew off her own tongue.
Hmm.
Giorgio walks back out, Gertrude and Ricky behind him. He says, "Friends, we're successful." Now, to the doll makers. And that is where we're going to stop for tonight.
I am so relieved that we're not gonna that like I was freaking out that the fascists took Ricky the entire night. And I'm so relieved that he was just in a drunk tank.
If you talk to him, you might find out that yes, the fascists did take him.
I assumed, but I'm just glad that he was wrongfully accused of something he didn't actually do and not, murdered.
Yeah.
Yes, not murdered is a good thing.
I got nervous and you're like, and his knife is on the church floor. And I'm just like,
Yes. And the next time you see him, he might be able to give you more of a story of what happened.
neat.
However, for all of our friends in chat and viewing, thank you so much for doing so. We really appreciate you guys here, talking in chat, interacting with all of us. But we need to let you know we are not playing next week, April 19th. There won't even be a rerun. The Iconic production team needs a break. A true break, a true vacation. And so for the whole week of April 19th, there will be no games played here on Iconic production with our team. We hope you guys enjoy the break. Take some time, spend it with your families. Get on a board game. Speaking of which, we are now sponsored by Patri's Family Game Store here in Colorado Springs. Visit your own local game store, find something new to play, and enjoy it. Let us know how it goes. We love games, clearly. We play them. And we cannot play these games without our team. Most importantly, JD, our producer, and Phantom of Truth for being our moderator there in chat. He has all the links. They're going to start going through chat. Feel free to check it out. Check out our merchandise over on Reddit. Check out our blog over on WordPress. And check out the other games that we have. The rest of this week, we have Torque tomorrow night on the Ulysses channel. We have Fading Suns on Thursday night over on the Ulysses channel. And on Friday, we have our 5th edition game in Gebra Can't, because it only gets worse and they can't even. Yes, I'm clearly not honey at all. It's fine. Thank you to Kelly Peck for the beautiful frames and so much of our tarot art in our Redbubble. She was the one who painted all of that. She keeps us looking good. And without her, we would not have as many awesome things as we do. So much thanks to her. Thank you to all of our supporters for your continued views and supports. Feel free to like, to subscribe, to share us. And if you are super invested, head over to our Patreon. We have multiple levels, multiple swag, and multiple ways that you can still interact with all of us, including getting on our Discord channel and chit-chatting. So if you like that, view our games, listen to our podcasts, don't hesitate to show your support. We appreciate it. We cannot play these games without you. So again, next week, no game. We will be back. Oh, I had the date. Now I lost it. On April 26th will be the return of the aggravated murder of investigators, hopefully with everybody. And we're super excited for that. So have a lovely 2 weeks. Visit your local game store, get some games, and let us know how it goes. Have a lovely evening, folks. And good night.